Hi chap, how we doing tonight? Welcome in everyone. I'm Chef JT. Welcome to the last day of eggplant week. We're making moussaka. And I got some artsy fartsy eggplant to end out the week. It has nothing to do with it being $1 cheaper than the other organic, plain, straight red eggplant. That also has nothing to do with the cashier charging me by weight and cutting the price even further. But that is the plans for this evening. Let's get some coffee going. Welcome, Baker. Hello, Will. Welcome in, JK. Hello, Master of Splits. Uh-oh. I gotta live up to people's expectations now. Meh. Eggplant week had something to do with it. The beef? I'm working on the coffee here. Why are you bumping my mic so much, Beard? It's still getting it there. Oh no, we're using beef. I'm not doing lamb. Though lamb is traditionally. I actually considered picking up buffalo meat because it was right there and it looked decent. I've done buffalo before. It's good. But it's a little like making lasagna here, chat. Especially the way I plan to do it. Yeah, I should have... Let me... Welcome in, Bones John. I guess we'll go back to normal sugar for the moment. I'm basically out of turbinado again. Hello, Nan Reader. Getting sort of nasty. It's always, the last couple of days, it's sort of been on and off. Nah, outside. And we had some decent winds going on out there. Opa! It's actually not what I think of when someone says Greek cuisine to me, but someone says Greek restaurant to me, and I just think flaming cheese. Thank you for joining me, everyone. Cheers. Hello, Cosmic. Things are eggplanty. What is flaming cheese, please? Most Greek restaurants that I've been to in the States, they have some sort of flaming cheese dish that they serve as an appetizer, and happens all the time in the restaurant. They pour some alcohol or something over the top of the cheese and flame it in the middle of the restaurant and yell "Opa!" and get everyone cheering. I don't know what the proper... It's probably an American Greek thing to begin with, but I don't know what the name of the dish is either. But... Alright, where am I starting with stuff here? Eggplant is probably not the first thing to deal with here tonight. I think probably our sauce is the first thing to take on. Which means... onions, garlic. That was the wrong knife for this. Knife. Kniff. It depends, Chicken Song. I have an issue with canned pineapples. So if you're doing fresh pineapple, that's one thing. There's a huge amount of waste on fresh pineapple for the cost, though, too. But canned pineapple all has the metallic flavor to it to me. Otherwise, yes, pineapple is an amazing fruit to cook with. I mean, it tenderizes meats. It's got a natural enzyme in it that breaks down proteins. At least I think that's what it is off the top of my head. Come here. If you bake with it, I guess it's okay, but like, every time I'm at a bar and I get something with pineapple juice in it, it's just so apparent. I'm thinking that, yeah, I've baked with pineapple a couple of times. I've done like pineapple upside down cakes with rings in it from a can. That turned out okay. It's a toughie, Splits. We have the Suggest a Week theme but I don't really do individual dishes because of things like that. Like, that's going to cost me an arm and a leg. I have been doing, actually, since all sorts of people have been talking about seafood in chat, I have been doing more seafood on Fridays. I actually have the next 2 Fridays, I think, scheduled, unless we get a new theme week, for different seafood dishes. But I don't know what the meme or the joke there is, but there's something there. I think Dungeness Crab is done for the year now, so... Rumbaba. I have no idea what that is. Sponge cake soaked in rum for a long time. That sounds yummy. Sort of like the drunken holiday fruit cakes. But better. Because it doesn't have the dried fruit. That sounds even better. Like, what I'm referring to is there are several recipes, Christmas, holiday, what have you, that are dried fruits that are reconstituted over a long time in alcohol and then used in a fruit cake, which... I think we'll do bechamel in here. Means I need to get a pan from over here. So we got a pot on the stove. oil in the pan. Chat wanted to see my beef. There's my beef. What you got on my beef? You beefing with me, chat? Well, yeah, that's what the shotgun mic's for. You gotta hit the sizzle. We are flirting with too much in that pan. Cheating, chat. That would be baking soda if anyone's asking. No one asked, but anyways, I told you anyways. Ah, you're falling apart on me. Is it not vinegar? I'll give you the points if it ends up being vinegar and it didn't recognize that. But usually it means it's looking for something else. And I guess we are boiling it a little bit, chat. I'm just gonna let that go. Mash is amazing. I'm not making mash tomorrow though, but I am making potatoes tomorrow. No, I'm pretty sure it was 80-20. It looks lean though, yeah, you're right. It's tagged at 80-20. Anyways, this isn't how I want to cook all of this. I wanted to get some browning going, and this isn't browning very nicely. Maybe we'll get some there. Hi, they can see me. Okay, yeah, we're just steaming this now. So I'm taking that off of the flame for the moment. And where do I want to transfer it to for a moment? This looks good. Use a bowl. I'm going to keep the oil there, though, and any of the fond that it started with. Got mashed carrots. It's smelling like White Castle right now. That steamed beef and onion flavor or smell. And since that wasn't working out very well with the beef, we're going to get another pan going over here with some more heat, more space. I still haven't decided what I want to put this in as far as a container to bake it. Parmesan was great. They can see me. I do say that in the Discord after streams. I do post the photos and tell people what I think of the dishes there. But yes, it turned out great. The mushrooms with the egg, like, I was somewhat afraid of the fact that it's eggplant. And I'm not the giant eggplant fan, which is really why I went with the stuffed eggplant, as I was like, okay, maybe we can add some other flavors here and change. The mushrooms with it were just great. I just destroyed that entire thing. So the pan over here is getting nice and hot. Let's see, you can make a little more room for the pan. Yeah, there we go. So we'll take our beef and go back over here. Ugh. YouTube dad joke, that's a killer. Ugh. Yeah, my problem with that is it's a 9x13. That's a lot of Moussaka. I'm sort of thinking maybe I'll pull out this bad boy. See if we can't fit it in there. doing much better with the beef over here now. Got some actual browning going on there. If I could actually get any of it to flip over. But yeah, we got some actual browning going on there now. And this is our start of our tomato sauce here. Next step is pasting the thing up. African celery. Hi, lovies. Welcome, welcome. Flames off on the beef over here. I don't know if you can even see that. Nope, you can't. There we go. Flames off on our beef now. Tomatoes. Dried oregano. Actually, let's get the beef in there first. Boo. Spilling oregano. Dried oregano. Yeah, let's do another one of those. This ain't bolognese. That is not what I said, captions. How we looking here, internets? We live everywhere. Yeah, we're looking okay. Let's see, is there any more tomato I can scrape out of this thing? There's a little bit. Is that all from here somehow? Wow. I mean, my eyes and the dial was telling me the other one was off, but I was getting so much heat off the stove. I was like, how can both of these burners not be on? Alright, we'll let that cook. Onto the eggplant. Depends on what real cheese you're talking about. We all know that real cheese, was one of those things, it's entirely a marketing thing too, right? I have no problem with cream cheese, but I don't know what you want to put it in, is the thing. If you're doing it for someone that can't handle cheese, you shouldn't be using it. Going long slices. Ooh, might have to have this. Can I go? No, I can't. How about you? Yeah, you're wider. Well, it's rather soft, so it's not going to have... Let's see what we get with that. That's too thin. So we got nice slices, and then the funky stuff there at the top. And in the name of just not wasting it, since it was all good eggplant, toss this in the sauce. Head of broccoli? I am too. As long as you're not making it with this stuff. Sorry, that's a little inappropriate. Dried beef. Yeah. Anyone remember the ingredient? Yeah, I still have this. Egg chorizo cheeseburger. Ooh. That sounds like heartburn. Okay, turning the heat off of that and mixing in. Do I want to add some stock to this? Is already pretty bulky. I think we're gonna leave it with that. Well, I could maybe thin it out a little bit. Let me see if I'm missing anything here. Oh yeah, I have messed that. That'll thin it out too. Nice. We need to add some booze. That lovely sound was just for you subscribers because we're in the middle of an ad break. Okay, we got our eggplant slice. Now we need to salt and dry. Do I want to use a dryer again tonight? Nah, let's just use the oven tonight. Sort of silly planning wise. Well, rarebit is another animal. That's actually one that I haven't done. At least on stream. Let's do 2 trays. You say rarebit, and people, I think Americans would think you want to do a rabbit dish. I'm saying this as an American, if anyone's unclear about that. Look it up, they can see me. Pretty yummy. There's a couple different preparations, and I'm not sure which one's which. Whether it's an egg, what type of egg. So we got that and our sauce started here. We got our drunken tomato sauce. They also traditionally throw some cinnamon in there too, but I'm not that big of a fan of that idea. I'm not going to do that. But, sorry Greek people, but not my thing. Why don't we turn the oven on here? That would be helpful. I haven't started it yet. That's next on the plans. And it's only sort of a bechamel. Like, it's pretty rich for a bechamel. It's especially rich for being in America in this point in time. The thing that I'm wondering is it's bechamel sauce. I do have Gouda. The other thing I was considering with this is sometimes there's potato involved with this dish. I know traditionally it's typically a potential replacement for eggplant, but eggplant is the OG, is the real deal. So I don't know how many points you got, Masters. Need another 2,000 or so there. Little short on the sprinkles yet, but that's certainly something I'd do. March Madness? Not really. Like, it's sports. Like, there isn't anything that I think of tied directly to college basketball in particular. Probably something tied to whatever teams are doing well this year. You know? Maybe whatever's trending in basketball arenas. I don't know, are they picking up cool food like baseball places have? Baseball stadiums? Words. Difficult. So we're going to bring that up to temp. I've got the oven was off. I've turned it on to 250, put the eggplant in there, salted. We're going to bring it up to 250. I'm going to hold it there for 10 minutes or so, and then we're going to pull them out. Not really, you know, we're primarily just drying them out. We're not so much trying to cook them. They're rather thin, though, so they're going to cook really quick. We could be cooking them a bit here. I'm all for stadium food, too. I've done fair food in the past. I'm not, like, I don't know if anything in particular is stadium food. Like, the only thing that's really coming to mind right now are those plastic cups that they engineered that you can just slam them on the thing and fill them with beer. Because they got that lock valve in the bottom of the cups. But thinking of that, thinking internationally, I have no idea when it comes to, like, American to soccer, football, stadiums. If there's anything special about, or any, you know, specific dishes that are football dishes in stadiums around the world. Yep, JK. But these days I think of hot dogs with ridiculous and crazy toppings on them. And let's take this, you know, $1.50 hot dog and find some way to make it worth $8. When is WrestleMania? Yeah, we could do the 24th through the 30th. But you don't have them, Master. You need another 2,200 or something like that. I didn't look at the exact math. You got like 5,000 sprinkles right now. You need 7,500. Oh, I was looking in March. We could definitely do that in April, but need some more sprinkles first. Unless someone wants to donate. Like, you can give each other sprinkles, you can collaborate, you can... Oh no, I've got chat working against me now. Ugh. Yep, splats? Huh? Yes, Master Split, exclamation mark, Sprinkles. Like JK there, who most certainly has 7,500. That'll get you some giveaway tickets. So we're making a roux over here. We're starting our bechamel. I think it's actually maxed out now. Like, it used to be 9 something. That's half and half going in there, the last of that bottle. Right now we got Grandma's lumpy gravy. More half and half. Not that I really remember my grandmother ever really having lumpy gravy. Salty. 10-minute timer on those. Come up to 250 according to the oven. Is this on? It's not heating up and thickening up very well. You're supposed to be bubbly. I think we're probably good with the half and half maybe for this. We'll use up whatever's. I am adding more water into this, but I'm trying my best to get all those lumps out, which are still in there pretty good right now. I usually don't have this issue with lumping up with the... It's probably because of the amount of flour I used, I guess. I was heavy on the flour to butter ratio tonight. Master of Splits, did you notice that you got sprinkles there? That was kind of you, they can see me. There we go, now we got some thickening power here. Oh, it's give sprinkles in one word. Forgot the closing bracket, but adding oregano to this too. I don't know if that's traditional or not. It's definitely not traditional for a bechamel, but... and Dijon. So we got to cook this for a little bit to get that flour flavor out of this. And I'm going to add a bit of salt to this. Pepper. Probably should use white pepper here, but I'm not going to. That's timer on the eggplant in the oven. Yes. But make sure and give it a good whiff. Really smell it before you do. Hey, giblets. The primary reason that I see people reach for white pepper is to keep things white. Spices in general, like there's always exceptions. There's always things that take amazing to being dried or something along that line, but generally spices 1 year and you should be done with them. 3 years and they're in the trash. Ideally 3 to 6 months and you're done with them, but I'm trying to be realistic with what they sell and what people use every day. I mean, if you're making a dish all the time that uses a spice, there's the cost savings of buying in bulk, but there's also the having it fresh and really good. Okay, let's take this eggplant out. That's nice. They're not completely cooked through, but they are cooked. The smaller pieces are looking almost like perfect, but we just want them layerable. Like that. It is just like, normally you can say the wind is just going nuts and you're looking at trees up like that, but like stuff in my yard, even with the fences, are going nuts. Turn studio mode off here. They wanted to do Master Splits wanted to do like something out in April, so it's not. They'll be back, right? I feel sorry, sad that we got them the points to do it, and We need to keep this relatively thick, but we're cooking it still. Enjoy your beetles. There's so many things that are like that you just can't, like, they try and do things to prevent them, but really there's no way to prevent them. Like, what do they call it? The rice weevil or something like that, where they throw pesticides and stuff at the silos and stuff like that to keep them out, but it's their life cycle. They live in rice. Like, they use the rice as, like, their egg sac. Like, you know how most eggs have, like, nutrition built into it? This animal lays their eggs in a rice kernel so that the baby has the rice to eat to grow up. It's sort of hard to, like, how do you get all of the eggs out of your rice? We eat all sorts of weird stuff that we don't even realize. It tastes good though, right, chat? I'm not sure about that, they can see me, because that goes in the face of the fact that it drives me nuts that people in this country know nothing about the food they eat, and they care a lot more about it getting to them without them having to bother than what they're eating. But, yeah. Not saying that I'm a saint in what I eat, but I'm not ordering McDonald's delivered to my house every day. And I'm not accusing Chad of doing that, but there are some streamers I would accuse of doing that. Gen Dog, that's, yeah. We ready to start layering here? use up all the broken and small pieces first on the bottom here. More beef and tomato. It's also traditional. I baked the eggplant in this, chat. It's also traditionally fried. But for once on the stream, I decided we'll skip the oil. I've increased the heat on the oven to 350 for throwing this in there eventually. On stream, yes. I don't remember if I've made this before or not. More tomato. How many layers would you normally put in your moussaka, chat? Now, see, most of them that I have seen only really have the bechamel on top, and that's what I'm going with tonight. But I am not Greek. Have not had this. I don't think I've even had this in a restaurant, so probably have not made it. I know I've made a bunch of other stuff. I've made all sorts of stuff over the years, so I just don't have the memory for it all. Probably should have wiped the rim before putting the bechamel in there. light breadcrumb on top. Thank you for the follow. And then we're going in with the Parmesan. Last of our hunk here. I thought about, I don't know if I started talking about this and moved on and didn't complete the sentence or the thought. I did think of putting some potato in with the bechamel. I'm probably putting too much Parmesan on this, but I don't really care. Alright, and we got a pan here ready to go. Let's reuse the eggplant pan here. And oven's at 350. Let's go ahead and throw this in there. Jiggle, jiggle. Catch chat. Let's take a look at the last of that lettuce I got in the house, see if we can't make a salad while this cooks. I would say if you're doing this at home, 9x13, someone mentioned before, 40 minutes is probably a good plan. I've set this for an hour because of that heavy crock that it's in. It's going to take a little bit longer for that to heat up and cook through, is my thought. And so I'm giving it a little bit longer just to start. It's still looking okay. It's okay, I guess. What should I do for a dressing, chat? I'm sort of thinking not that. Curly endive. That one dude at California Specialty Vegetables, California Vegetable Specialties, that actually was one of the only producers of endive at the time in the U.S. He was very strict with this pronunciation of endive. It's endive. Endive. If you're not picking up, I'm making fun of him and not you, chat. They were very proud of them being the only ones at the time outside of France producing the stuff. We really should just call it fancy chicory. Because whether it's like this, or it's those like white or purple, densely packed little things, it's just different ways of treating chicken. Like you could, if people felt about plants the way they did about animals, endive would probably not be a thing. Because my understanding, and it's been a minute, obviously, is that the way they produce endive, which this is not, but I'm on to talking about endive, so, they actually grow the chicory plant out once. They harvest, or more likely just cut it off and till it in for next year. Pull up the plants, and then continue growing them in darkness. And that's how you get those, like, tightly packed, mostly white, because it's dark. So the real expense in making that, and why it's so expensive, is someone's paying for, a dark warehouse somewhere to keep it in. That's food safe. What do I got for doing this in? Do I got a lid for that? Where's the lid for this little guy? Oh, you stopped following. Start following me, cameras. There we go. We're going to do lemon, mustard, and citrus champagne vinaigrette. So a little lemon juice. little Dijon. Yeah, just about everyone that I know in the real world calls it endive. Half a chat's like, oh, that's what you're talking about. Here's our champagne vinegar going in. Olive oil. Salt, pepper. That'll work. Still broken, but most vinaigrettes are. I didn't do anything special to keep that better emulsified. It's not like I used the stick blender when I added the oil in or anything. Why am I smelling my water? Alright, so where are we at with things here? We got salad set. We got another 48 minutes on this dinner to cook in the oven here. I think we're going to have to do a bit of an AFK here, chat. How do we want to go about this tonight, chat? We want to go... That's a lot of ads. Maybe could have thought this part. Well, I thought about the salad, and we could... I don't know what else I have to throw in the salad other than maybe a little bit of cabbage. And I don't need to bulk that salad up. I've already got this massive moussaka in the oven. It's just fun to say, moussaka. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's fun to say that way. Let's take a quick look and see what's going on in the world today. I may be regretting this, I don't know. Yeah, not much going on today in the world. Looking at news and all that jazz. Well, I think we're going to take about a 30-minute break here. That'll still give us another 10 minutes or so until this thing's ready to check out. And I'm just... do we do ads, chat? Do we do timer and picture of salad with music? Or... old ads? Okay, folks. No, it's not. No, I'm not making any money off of these ads. These are just old school ads and sort of fun, and most of them are slightly inappropriate. But I'll see all your lovely faces back here in chat in about 30 minutes.
You can be in command of your own ideal countdown. It's a real electronic missile base. You sit at the controls and move missiles into place. You count down. You blast off. You track the flight. The ideal countdown comes complete with moon missile and lunar probe, as well as a giant atlas. Get your electronic ideal countdown now, wherever good toys are sold.
If you're still watching television on a small screen set, you're missing a lot. Here, for example, is a close-up on a 10-inch set. See how much smaller it is than my head? Now I'd like to show you the same close-up on a 21-inch set. There. Just look at the difference. She's as big as I am now. You can have big screen close-ups just like that. Close-ups as large as life with RCA Victor's great new 21-inch model, the Master 21, at the lowest 21-inch price in RCA Victor history, as little as $199.95. Visit your RCA Victor dealer soon. See television's greatest value, the Master 21, big screen 21-inch quality TV for $199.95. And remember, every year, more people buy RCA Victor than any other television.
There's no other box of facial tissues like this. Scotty's new Magic Oval box. Only Scotty's give you tissues that float up gently, one at a time, and come out in neat handfuls, too, because there's a Magic Oval inside every new Scotty's box. Only Scotty's Magic Oval can give you tissues that float up, smooth and easy. No tugging, no tearing, no extra tissues tagging along. And Scotty's Magic Oval does even more. It lets you reach in for tissues by the handful, all neatly folded, just right for pocket or purse. Scotty's new Magic Oval box is pretty, too. And inside, soft, strong, sneeze-proof Scotty's. Remember, for tissues that float up smoothly and come out in neatly folded handfuls, look for Scotty's pretty new Magic Oval box, the only one of its kind.
Wow. Say, you gals think you're lucky you can get Swanson TV turkey dinners, but I say Swanson TV turkey dinners are a bigger break for husbands. Now, you take me. I can be early, I can be late, I can bring pals to dinner anytime I please, and get this, my wife never panics. She just takes Swanson TV turkey dinners from the freezing compartment of our refrigerator when I'm a little off schedule.
Oh, and right you are, Jack. And that is because Mary Lou knows that she can have a swell dinner ready in just 25 minutes.
Right.
And talk about easy. Well, she just pops Swanson TV turkey dinners in a hot oven. You know, they're oven ready in individual heat and serve trays. With Swanson TV turkey dinners, you just heat and you serve big and hearty slices of moist, tender Swanson turkey with grand giblet gravy and special cornbread dressing and fluffy whipped sweet potatoes with golden Swanson butter and garden fresh peas with more butter.
Mother Murphy, lucky me. My wife uses Swanson TV turkey dinners. And make your husband lucky, too. Get Swanson TV turkey dinners, Swanson TV fried chicken dinners, Swanson TV beef dinners from your grocer's big freezer.
The San Francisco treat. Rice Aroni, everybody's got the beat. Started out where cable cars play this song.
Now try it at home because very long.
Rice Aroni, the San Francisco treat.
From San Francisco, famous for food, comes Rice Aroni, the exciting new side dish. Here at last is a welcome change, a change from potatoes. Now you can serve Rice-A-Roni, a delicious side dish with meat, chicken, or fish. And you make Rice-A-Roni in minutes. Everything's right in the box. A packet of soup base, rice, and vermicelli that you brown in butter. Add the special herb-flavored broth, and in minutes, Rice-A-Roni. Fluffy, fragrant. A wonderful change from potatoes.
Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat.
What? Keeping the coffee in the icebox?
Yes, Mr. Jones, it's a new kind of coffee, roasted by a new secret process. Hence, this new none such coffee has a different flavor, a flavor preserved by vacuum packing, the flavor retained by refrigeration after the jar has been opened. Just taste it. You can't miss that delicate aroma, that clean, mellow taste. Yes, in cooking, the way to a man's heart is most of all through the coffee pot. In every jar, you'll find 3 special pointers, valuable in all methods of making coffee. Try new none such coffee now. Use half the jar. If not 100% satisfied, get all your money back from your grocer without argument. Special for movie week, only 28 cents a pound, plus 3 cents refundable deposit on the jar.
If you're a student, a mother active in club work, a man who brings work home from the office, this was made for you. The Remington Office Writer, a new kind of portable designed to give you the extra features you need. King-size carriage, so long it can handle a sheet of school notebook paper lengthwise. Look, the Office Writer types nearly the full 11-inch length of the paper, the only portable it can. The Office Writer types up to 10 carbons, so that even the very last copy is easy to read. Cut clear, clean stencils unlike any ordinary portable. See the exciting new Remington office writer at your dealers. The price only $149.50, carrying case at slight additional cost. Available after a small down payment for only $1.50 a week. Terms payable monthly, including taxes and a small carrying charge.
Alexis Lachine wines are full of flavor. Alexis Lachine wines are dry. Alexis Lachine wines are mellow. Drink an Alexis Lachine wine with any kind of food. Or anytime you feel like relaxing with a drink. Alexis Lachine, fine French wines.
Schmidt's Blue Ribbon Bread gives you 7 ounces of non-fat milk solids in every loaf, the equal of 90 quarts a year if you serve it regularly. Every sandwich you make, every snack, gives you extra milk. For wonderful flavor combined with sound food values, serve Schmidt's Blue Ribbon Bread in the pantry pack.
Say, do you remember this old milk glass setting hen? Well, you know, milk glass was an early American favorite. And when the folks in the old days wanted something really delightful, they'd take one of their milk glass goblets and pour some very fine wine right into it. Well, now, you know, it's Welch's wine that is keeping this wonderful tradition alive. A real wine for folks who really want the best. Yes, today's answer to this age-old family tradition is Welch's family wine, the answer to warm hospitality and really gracious living, and the wine that so many Americans enjoy these wintry days. You know, there is very good reason for this ever-increasing popularity of Welch's wine. Now, you folks know that all sweet Concord kosher wines are made from grape juice, and everybody knows who has been making the very finest grape juice for the past 85 years. Welch's, of course. And the only kosher wine made from Welch's grape juice is naturally Welch's kosher wine. Now, when you want the best in grape juice, you buy Welch's. So, doesn't it make sense, then, if you want the best and most delicious kosher wine, you insist on Welch's family wine? You get several bottles tomorrow. Try the half-gallon size, and you enjoy the wine of all occasions. That's right, when it comes to wine, you'll do well to insist on Welch's.
Now, at your favorite grocery store, the most amazing food wrap ever developed, Saran Wrap.
Have you tried Saran Wrap? It really is amazing. Saran Wrap is crystal clear plastic. It keeps everything you wrap in plain sight. And look, Saran Wrap clings like magic. It makes a neat package of anything you wrap, without strings or tape or rubber bands. Foods stay fresh far longer and taste better, too, because the flavor is locked in. Now you can prepare sandwiches for picnics and lunch boxes ahead of time and be sure they'll stay fresh and tasty. You see, Saran Wrap is a wonderful time saver as well as a food saver. Prove it in your own kitchen. Buy a roll of Saran Wrap today and you won't be without it again.
Get Saran Wrap at your grocer's. Saran Wrap is a product of the Dow Chemical Company.
Univac, the giant electronic brain made only by Remington Rand, takes business statistics from magnetic tape, letters, numbers, and punctuation marks, processing them through its electronic circuits at phenomenal speeds. Univac can compute payrolls electronically, then produce printed checks in a flash. Over 8,000 checks an hour with this high-speed printer. Univac leads the field of electronic computing.
Hello, may I come in? I am Chef Boyardi. Perhaps you have seen my picture on Chef Boyardi products at your grocer's. Today I want to tell you about a wonderful dinner for 3. A dinner that only costs about 15 cents a serving. It's my own Chef Boyardi spaghetti dinner with meat sauce or mushroom sauce. It all comes in 1 carton. A full half pound of tender, quick-cooking spaghetti, 10 full ounces of rich, tasty sauce, and to top it off, a whole can of zippy grated cheese. A wonderful food. So ask your grocer for Chef Boyardi spaghetti dinner with meat or mushroom sauce, won't you? And look for other Chef Boyardi's products. They're also delicious, they're also nourishing, and they help keep the cost of your meals down. Chef Boyardi's products are at best grocers.
Ask for Chef Boyardi's spaghetti dinner. Only about 15 cents a serving. Something new has been added. The General Electric portable mixer now has a drink mixer for delicious shakes and juice drinks in quicker than a shake. An extra attachment at no extra cost. This GE portable mixer weighs less than 3 pounds, yet it's powerful enough to blend the heaviest batter. Also mixes sauces at the range. It has low speed for cookie dough, medium speed for beating frostings, and high speed for whipping egg whites. And look, this handy push button releases the beaters at a touch. And no dangling cord. You can remove the cord so it stores neatly on the wall. Comes in 4 decorator colors. See it at your GE dealers. Does any mixing job anywhere.
Folks, why do you eat Wheaties?
We like it.
But did you know it's always been whole wheat with all the bran, and bran is one of nature's best sources of food fiber.
That's news to us.
Wheaties breakfast this morning?
Sure, it helps me feel fit.
But do you know Wheaties has bran fiber your body may need?
That's news to me.
Why Wheaties?
Oh, we love the taste.
I have for years. But do you know for years you've been getting something extra for your diet? Bran fiber?
Well, that's news to me.
Wheaties. It's brand news.
Hey, kids, look what's new. A brand new cereal just for you. Twinkles, the new star-shaped cereal in the storybook package. See? Inside, delicious, crispy, crinkly stars. And outside, a real storybook. All about Twinkles, the magic elephant. See him fly with his rotor tail. Watch him do tricks with his magic trunk. Meet Twinkle's friends. Fulton the inventor, Sanford the parrot, Wilbur the monkey, and more. Read all about their adventures on every storybook package of Twinkles. And wait till you taste those golden little stars, filled with the goodness of energy oats and corn. Remember, only Twinkles has the storybook package. Just tear the magic line and your storybook opens. Twinkles, the new star-shaped cereal in the storybook package.
Well, no wonder my laundry bill is so high. All those napkins last week.
Doeskin.
What?
You should use Doeskin dinner napkins.
Paper napkins? Oh, no.
I don't mean thin little paper napkins, but Doeskin dinner napkins. You'll love them.
Everybody loves Doeskin dinner napkins. These soft linen-like napkins are 2-ply in smart formal fold, in white and in beautiful pastel colors. And Doeskin dinner napkins are big. They cover your whole lap, and they stay put. What's more, they last throughout the meal, and they leave no lint.
But they are nice. And they would save my linen.
They save you money, too. Doeskin dinner napkins cost only 49 cents for 5 dozen. That's a fraction of a penny apiece.
All right, Dottie.
You'll find Doeskin dinner napkins, Doeskin facial tissues, and other Doeskin products at your favorite grocery, supermarket, department store, or drugstore. Look for the brown dispenser box.
Doeskin.
Hey, new Kellogg's Okays. Note the improvement? They put a bear on the box, which improved it so much, they decided to improve the cereal, too.
Oh, come on, Yogi. Let's be serious about Kellogg's new Okays, okay?
Like the Space Bears say, hey, okay.
Well, first, how nutritious are Kellogg's new Okays? Well, they're made from oats. And of all grains, oats are the richest in proteins and rich in other bodybuilding essentials, too. In fact, some people consider it their duty to eat oats. Yogi. But now, with a really delicious oat cereal like Kellogg's Okays around, people can have their oats and enjoy them, too. Especially Kellogg's new Okays. For Kellogg's new Okays are crispier... Cripsier and toastier, and therefore tastier than ever. So for the best in oats, get Kellogg's new Okays.
The one with the bear on the box. Suitable for Freeman.
If you've ever been to Venice, you remember the gondolas and the picturesque waterways. And you remember the food, too. Superb food, prepared with that very special Italian touch. The same special Italian touch that Chef Boyardee sauce with meat can give to your meals over here. Because the recipe for this tangy sauce has been brought over from Italy by this famous Italian chef. Chef Boyardee sauce with meat is made from juicy, sun-ripened tomatoes and tender, quality beef, simmered in a spicy sauce that makes a rice and cheese loaf, a casserole, or a spaghetti dish a real Italian-style dish. So when you'd like to add that special Italian touch to your dinner, do it with Chef Boyardee sauce with meat. Try Chef Boyardee sauce with mushrooms, too. Both are prepared from the chef's own Italian recipe.
Better buy Bird's Eye. Better buy Bird's Eye.
Yes, always look for this Bird's Eye Bird, your guarantee of top quality frozen food. And your big Bird's Eye buy this week is Bird's Eye Orange Juice. Easy, you can serve it in a minute. Thrifty, it will save you money. Orchard fresh and delicious.
Better buy Bird's Eye. Better buy Bird's Eye.
You are now looking at a slice of bread being spread with creamy-style Skippy peanut butter, as only Mary Ellen can spread it there. All right, now, as you look at that, don't want you to leave me, because I want to show you something, believe it or not, that a lot of people like even better. Suppose we were to take some fresh roasted peanuts here, and like Mary Ellen has been doing all evening, and putting them in a nut chopper here. Give a couple more little chugs, will you, please? Mm-hmm. You think that'll do it? That's fine. Now you find in there some just tiny little golden nuggets of roasted peanuts, and they are colossal. Now, I want to try something here. Suppose we were to take these, now let me try an experiment, you mind, honey? And we'd sprinkle them over the creamy-style Skippy. Say, how is that, huh?
Ooh, that looks good.
It does look good. All I did that for was to tell you that you can get that and enjoy it anytime you want. You won't have to go through any chopping process either, because the Skippy people do that for you in chunk style. That's done for you up in the factory. Now, chunk style, you see, has sprinkled all through it very generously through the entire jar those golden little nuggets that you saw there, just about like that. So that's already done for you there. Now, of course, either style, whether it's cream or chunky, if you get Skippy, you are getting the peanut butter that stays fresh right down to the last spoonful in the jar. And so I make it very simple again. I want you to know that this is an honest fact.
If you like peanuts, you'll like Skippy.
Satisfying cups of pleasure. A coffee break makes the moment right. Fresh aroma, friendly flavor. Make it coffee, make it often, make it right.
To brighten any moment.
Make it coffee.
To enjoy that fresh aroma.
Make it often.
Make it up fresh each time in a clean container, and for full flavor.
Make it right.
And here's how. For each cup of fresh drawn water, use one approved measure of your favorite coffee. That's all, one approved measure per cup.
Satisfying cups of pleasure. A coffee break makes the moment bright. Fresh aroma, friendly flavor. Make it coffee. Make it often. Make it right.
A pleasure, Milton. In just a moment, we'll see how well Milton does at the Pentagon. But if you want to see busy hands at your house, just you offer this lively Christmas party dip that's so good to serve with king-size Fritos corn chips. Just follow the recipe right on the Fritos package. Of course, it calls for the famous Philadelphia brand cream cheese, an 8-ounce package, which we blended with 2 tablespoons of milk till it's nice and smooth, like so. Then come 2 tablespoons of Kraft cream-style horseradish for zesty flavor, a 1/4 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, and finally, a dash of salt. And we'll blend our Philly mixture again. And when party time comes, let the folks enjoy this wonderful Philly horseradish dip with crisp king-size Fritos. There are those busy hands. Just remember, you make the best-tasting dips with the freshest-tasting cream cheese you can buy. Philadelphia brand cream cheese, made only by Kraft.
Yes, sir. If you want real entertainment, the best place to find it is in front of a General Electric Black Daylight Big-as-Life television set. Sports, comedy, drama, news, music. Yes, they're all yours, merely at the turn of a dial. This model has a big 16-inch black rectangular tube that lets you see everything that the camera sees, true to life and as big as life. Sparkling contrast and sharp focus give you pictures of such clarity that you feel you're right there on the scene. The cabinet, designed and constructed by America's leading cabinet makers, fits gracefully into any type of room. Genuine mahogany veneers, hand-rubbed for lasting beauty and durability, are just one example of the painstaking attention to every detail, which makes this cabinet one that you'll be proud to have in your home. The precision engineering and careful assembly techniques used in making this General Electric Black Daylight television set are your assurance of television at its finest. See it in operation at your General Electric dealers tomorrow. And when you see it, well, you'll know that you're seeing the best.
Everybody needs energy-packed Sunbeam bread. Yes, it's all aboard for fun in the park, but Junior hasn't got energy enough for fun. He'd sure like to ride that horse. Hey, what's this? An energy-packed Sunbeam sandwich. You bet every delicious slice of Sunbeam bread sure does pack a big energy wallop. There's nothing like Sunbeam Energy to help you stay on the beam. Now, look at them go. On Sunbeam Energy, they sure do enjoy life. Everybody needs the kind of real zip and zing pep that delicious Sunbeam bread gives you. Yes, stay on the beam with energy-packed Sunbeam bread. All day long, eat Sunbeam bread and renew energy as you burn it up. Eat delicious Sunbeam bread.
Now, class, Mr. Tiger will show us how Kellogg's Sugar Frosted Flakes cereal starts out.
Is a flake field?
It's a cornfield. Kellogg's toast corn to golden flakes and adds a secret frosting. Helps keep them extra crunchy and delicious. It's part of your good breakfast and tastes.
I know. Great!
Sit down to breakfast with Tony, and you'll discover why it's great.
Mr. Tiger, you're wonderful.
Oh, shucks.
Daddy! Gee, Mom was counting on that Jell-O cake for Johnny's Scout meeting tomorrow. Okay, Daddy. It's so easy to make a cake with Betty Crocker cake mix. I'll make her another one. White cake, devil's food, yellow cake.
It's a good thing her mom's modern. I'm Betty Crocker. With my yellow cake mix, all you do is add water and a couple of fresh eggs. The other ingredients are in the package. Same fine things you'd use right in your own home. You'll get a perfect cake just like this, or write General Mills, Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they'll send your money back. A high cake, a light cake, a better tasting cake.
And don't think it isn't. That's why Betty Crocker herself says,
I guarantee a perfect cake every time you bake, cake after cake after cake.
I'm a guitar and I have strings. I like to play while someone sings. Hi, gang. Do you recognize this mouse guitar? It's just like the one the Mouseketeers gave me. And now Mattel Toy Makers, the people who made my mouse guitar, have a big surprise for you. You can have your very own mouse guitar just like mine. And look, I wrote out all the instructions so you can learn to play the songs we play on the show. Remember, gang, you can now get the mouse guitar wherever toys are sold for only $4. Hey, I almost forgot. Be sure to see the Mouseketeer Junior, too. Just turn the crank and it plays the Mouseketeer theme song. The Mouseketeer Junior is only $1.80. Be sure to look for this label, gang. You can tell it's Mattel. It's swell.
Here's the newest, most exciting sound in town.
It's a General Electric blender that's going around. Completely new from base to lid. Take it apart, see what they did. The non-skid base is the lowest you'll ever see.
The decanter has a 36-ounce blending capacity.
The non-spill lid is really smart. For blending convenience, it comes apart. Add additional ingredients, if you will. Look, no splash, see no spill. Put them all together and you know it's true. The General Electric blender is best for you. If you want to know another reason why,
It's only 10 1/2 inches high.
stores easily on the counter or on a shelf. There's 1,000 things you can make yourself.
Make party spreads,
Great cabbage heads. Blend the meatloaf for a family of 8. Make ice cold drinks you'll appreciate. Now's the time for you to buy the General Electric blender.
Did he say only 10 1/2 inches high?
When you have a Labatt's, you have an adventure. Canadian Light. That's Labatt's. It's a great new taste in beer. Enjoy import quality at USA prices. Have an adventure. Have a Labatt's.
Now, a new creation from Seal Test. Cottage cheese in ready-to-serve portions. Handy envelopes bring you brand new convenience and ease. Zip, it's open, quick and neat. Just the amount you need, the easy way to serve cottage cheese. The rest stays moist and creamy, ready for next time.
Are they handy? Cottage cheese in ready-to-serve portions.
So easy to use, quick, and no bother at all.
The rest stays really fresh, moist, and creamy.
Yes, serving cottage cheese was never as easy as this. Seal Test's new square package with handy, ready-to-serve portions. Zip, it's open, simple as can be. The rest stays moist and creamy fresh. You'll love Seal Test cottage cheese in new, ready-to-serve portions. Get some soon.
Philip Morris, America's finest cigarette, presents the Lucille Ball Desiarnaz Show, I Love Lucy. Good evening, and welcome. In a moment, we'll look in on Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz, but before we do, may I ask a very personal question? The question is simply this. Do you inhale? Well, I do, and chances are you do too. And because you inhale, you're better off, much better off, smoking Philip Morris. And for good reason. You see, Philip Morris is the one cigarette proved definitely less irritating, definitely milder than any other leading brand. That's why, when you inhale, you're better off smoking Philip Morris. Later in the show, you'll see how you can prove that fact to yourself. But right now, why not light up a Philip Morris and enjoy America's finest cigarette as we watch Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz in I Love Lucy.
No, Jane and Ann aren't the Crest testers here. Their daddy is. You see, Crest also showed it worked for older people like the Allbrands before it became recognized effective against cavities. Jim, when were you in this toothpaste test?
Back in college.
Let's show the story filmed at a recent reunion. Well, Jim, how did you become part of this toothpaste test?
The dentists at Indiana University asked us to.
Did many others join you in the test?
Quite a few. 246, as a matter of fact.
Did every one of you use Crest in this test?
We use Crest. Their side, regular toothpaste.
Do anything special?
No, everyone brushed as usual for 2 years.
But your group had
34% fewer cavities with Crest.
You know what's happened since these tests, Mrs. Albrand?
Well, a lot of us use Crest.
And Crest has become the only toothpaste recognized effective against cavities by the American Dental Association. Their Council on Dental Therapeutics reports Crest has been shown to be an effective decay-preventive dentifrice that can be of significant value when used in a conscientiously applied program of oral hygiene and regular professional care. What's your program, Mrs. Albrand?
Wash between meal treats, brush often, and have regular checkups.
And use Crest, of course. Crest with Fluorestan, the only toothpaste recognized effective against cavities.
Welcome back, chat. Back from the ads here. We still got 10.5 minutes on the timer, which is not correct for that one. Why don't we get rid of this one? We'll use you for salad. You for Moussaka. Is anyone going to challenge my pronunciation on this tonight? Is it Moussaka? I'm calling it Moussaka, I don't care. What else can we get ready ahead of time here? I took a sneak peek. It's looking good. It's bubbling up on one edge though, so we got like a little bit of a red area where the tomatoes have bubbled up into the bechamel. Moussaka. Moussaka. I don't know about this Moussaka. It's a little bit sounding a little too close to music. Actually, I'm gonna actually wait until we pull this out to give this a shot, as I have shot vinaigrette all over my counter here. What's happening in the world? What's going wrong? Nothing I care about. Weird things in Indiana. I would have maybe pulled it out early if I saw, like, beautiful browning and all that on top when I snuck a peek earlier. But since I didn't, I'm just gonna leave it in there for the full time I said. Your brain ATM. I used an ATM today for the first time in ages. Why am I smelling my water? Why don't we see if this last of this wine is any good? Let's see what this box wine's tasting like. There's definitely glass still in there. Straight from the bag. Welcome in, evil marksman. Well, I hope so, head of broccoli, considering I mostly cooked the eggplant before I even put it in there with everything else. I cut it thin enough that I wasn't really concerned about that. There are so many hacks for those, for getting into concerts and stuff like that. Like, I mean, you can fit the bag in it. You can probably hide it in it. For being open, what, month and a half now? Not too shabby. It's not, doesn't have any, like, disgusting smells off of it. It's not smelling like corkish or anything like that. Not that there's cork to get that actual taint, but tastes about the same. Sausage rolls? I've done something along that line before. We're doing sausage next Sunday for my 1000th stream since 2020. But we're also going to be doing duck and cherry and apple and potatoes and next Sunday could be pretty epic, by the way, chat. You should tune back in. What type of sausage roll are we talking about? There's all sorts of sausage rolls out there. I don't know how old you are, they can see me. And don't say it. Don't say how old you are in chat. But quite possibly. I've had that a minute. That's a good 30 years old, probably. Let's see. Just ready to come out? I don't know, but we're gonna see. Have some bubble overage. Links for subs only, I think? Or I don't remember for sure what the setting is. It could be no links at all. It's changed over the years. I know at one point I had it like custom done, but Twitch has an automatic setting, and so you're more than welcome to put it in the Discord. But there's all sorts of sausage rolls. Like, there's pretzel ones that I bought once for something on stream. I don't know if it was a challenge or what it was. The word caliche comes to mind, or cliche, something. Alright, I'm gonna let that set another couple of minutes. We'll finish up our salad. Oh, sorry. I didn't switch over cutting board after that. My bad. But we've got our somewhat mixed... let's give it a better shake up. I can see some stuff at the bottom here. I mixed this up earlier. This is champagne vinegar with lemon juice, olive oil, salt, pepper, little Dijon. That is not what I thought it was. I guess I can turn the oven off now, too. I left it on in case I wanted to leave it in there. We got some decent light brown. Like, this cheese is almost hiding the browning of the bechamel there. The Parmesan. Bacos. Sesame sticks. And do a few more of those. Yeah, I think so. It does it every once in a while. The randomization on the word. Actually, I'm speaking in my newer version that you haven't all seen yet, unfortunately. You're supposed to see that, like, by the beginning of the year. We're still here waiting on Sprinklebot. Yeah, vinaigrette is not typically high on my list of choices for salad dressings, but it is pretty good. It is. I've been trying to change up what I'm making as far as that, if chat hasn't noticed. I did ranch last, and I forget what I did before that. Let's see what I can scoop out of this here. think you just might leave it just like that for the photo. I'm going to pull the rest of the slice out of that. It's raining again. It's been on and off all during stream. I pulled more. Darn it. It's just trying to get all the stuff off of them, so that we can get a shot of the thickness. Ooh, challenger to the scramble. What do we think, chat? Does this pass as Moussaka? It just doesn't want to work with me. Yep, I'll eat that. So tomorrow, St. Patty's Day tomorrow. So we're doing corned beef, cabbage, braised cabbage, roasted potatoes. Yum, 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 yum. We have the ingredient challenge for Wednesday, which Tempeh is just running away with that. I don't think anyone voted for sweet potato chips. So it's probably going to be tempeh on Wednesday. And then we get into the 999th stream since 2020 and the 1000th stream. 999th going to be doing a welcome in, Mango. Did that work for you? Did that fire properly? Did chat see a GIF there? I hope so. Yeah, so 999th. I forget what I got going on that night, next Friday. I think there's a national holiday day that day, but we're also prepping the duck. We're prepping the potatoes for Sunday. Bubble and Squeak. It's another fun name. Alright, folks. That is where I am going to leave things. I'm going to go and enjoy this with so nice, warm, and hot, and that salad isn't falling apart. I hope you have an amazing evening. And, see y'all back here tomorrow night. Good night.